But one of the jobs that I remember, and I think a lot of us remember most fondly, was Lean on Me.
How could I forget Lean on Me?
That was definitely one of the biggest jobs you or we have ever tackled.
It was, well, okay, when you look at it, when I did that job.
How many years did it take us to finish Lean on Me anyway?
I think it was three.
It
Three?
took 30 months. So, I can't remember what series it was. All I know is that when I saw the house, I went, oh my God, this is like even worse than the Total House disaster. I wanted to take it. I talked to the network. This became a pattern. I would pick up the phone and call the network, and I'd say,
We need to
look,
do this.
here's what I found, here's what I want to do, and here's why I want to do it. And this one is going to be a really big show. So, 30 months to do that. When I walked in and I stuck my finger in the ground and there was no footings under the new addition. So Lean on Me, what did I call it, Lean on Me?
The contractor placed a lien on the house because he did some really shoddy work. I think the homeowners at the time, they didn't end up paying him, so we put the lien on their house. And
You're close.
okay.
So he charged $250,000 to do an addition on the house. The addition on the house was completely wrong, no footings under any of the structure.
Was the addition the second floor, or did they do something on the main as well?
It was part of a second floor and a side addition.
Okay.
And at the same time, what he touched in the house, he contaminated absolutely everything. So they had paid him on the top of the 250. They already paid him, I think it was about $300 and low $1,000. They were out of money.
Goodness.
The guy kept coming in saying, you got to give me more money. Meanwhile, there's no electrical, no plumbing. You can't live in the house. Everything is wrong. It's passed by the government, by the way. And I knew I was going to try and fix it. And we did engineering reports on it. We had to do everything to prove it because he sued the homeowners. He put a lien on the house and then sued them. And he told them right out, I'm going to take your house.
I mean,
That's
it's a
when I
great
said-
location.
That's when I said, I'm going to help you.
Yeah. Well, I remember one of my fondest memories about that was that you were willing to stop production of the show. You were willing to stop everything just to help these homeowners.
Once again, I said I was going to help them no matter what, and that is a true statement. And it would have been much harder because I got to be honest, that house, because once we realized we could not fix it, that it would be cheaper to take it down and build a new one. What happened from there was I should have just built a simple home. But instead, I said, now's the opportunity. I can show the world how to build a house that won't blow down, won't fall down, won't burn down. The three little pigs would love to live in it. And that was my mindset at the time. And $1 million later out of my pocket, I paid legal fees for the homeowners. I put them up for a year, paid the rent. I paid everything.
Yeah.
Was there ever a point during the build where you were like, I bit off more than I can chew?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A few times?
Oh, yeah. Are you
And?
kidding? We built, this is where I met Seth Atkins, who now works for the company.
Because he was the architect. Yeah.
And I remember when he first came on, I'm like, okay, Seth, I really appreciate your drawings, but you and I are going to be dealing because I'm the builder, and we're going to be changing a few things because you just designed the most incredible, ridiculously expensive build there is. But I'm going to take what you designed and I'm going to make it right. And lo and behold, geez, a year later I said to him, how much do you make? And then I hired him.
There's always a disconnect between architects, engineers, and contractors.
It's like that with an interior designer as well. Like, you have to learn to communicate as best as possible, but you're going to shoot for the stars and ask for everything you possibly can. And it's about how you work together for the end result.
Well, it's like the idea and then the execution. It's always like, well, okay, it's a great idea, but in order to do that, it's going to cost a fortune, or that's not doable because we got a structural a point load here. And I know oftentimes working with architects and engineers, that is kind of like the disconnect that sometimes you have. But it's so important to work with architects and engineers so you don't end up like Lean on Me. You don't end up with an addition that doesn't have footings.